Hi, Kate here. And I felt really called to do a video today. And those who know me know I can be long-winded, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Um, a while back I did my very first blog, and I introduced you to my new friend, my little cuddle buddy, Teddy Bear Peanut Butter. Anyway, my intention was to do a blog like once a week, and that hasn't happened, and different things have come up, and I kind of pulled away from social media for a while to really, I guess, nest and do some deep healing work on my own while I'm taking care of other roles also in my life. But I felt like it was definitely time to come back to speak my voice, to be heard. And with the election and everything going on, um, this morning I woke up and I knew what I wanted to speak on. So I'm doing a vlog instead of a blog because speaking my voice is something I think is very important. And so I wanted to share with you. Interesting when I'm talking about this. Get a little choked up here. Okay, so again, those of you who know me and have seen my posts, often I write "Be the Change." I talk about that all the time. That's part of me walking the talk um, of my coaching, my purpose. It's all about integrity for me, and living and being in integrity, truth with myself, and being that example in the world. So be the change, right? So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today and what that means to me and why I feel it's so important, because there's so many different reasons why it's showing up in the world, showing up for me in the world the way it is. So be the change for me. I'm breaking it down to being and change. So first be, to be with, to sit with oneself. I am. When you do that, that's all there is. That's all you are. I am, right? So that's a very spiritual practice. And someone who I follow and do some work with, Lissa Rankin, Dr. Lissa Rankin, she's recently come out talking a lot about that, about the spiritual white woman and um, spiritual bypassing, and the role that the spiritual white woman specifically has in the world, and being complicit in certain things. And that's a whole nother subject. So I'm going to let her, she's been speaking a lot about it, so I'll let her do that speaking. I agree. I haven't read every single thing she's written, but so far I believe I agree with everything that she has written. But for me, it's about being, right? So embodiment, being truth, being with integrity. And so with the spiritual bypassing, what that is when you're just like, I am just going to be, I am Zen, I am this spiritual person that can't we just all love each other and all get along, and let's hear all sides, and everything is okay and it's beautiful if we just love each other. But the problem with that is that it is inherently a privileged place to be, when you don't have to worry about where your food's coming from. You don't have to worry about violence being perpetrated against you or your brothers or sisters, etc., etc. So a spiritual bypassing is just being so spiritual and so in that space of just being love, that you're above issues, above conflict. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to get your hands messy, dirty. You don't have to deal with it. You get to bypass it, right? So I agree with the aspect of being love and coming from a place of love. But then I also add on at the end to be the change. And change is, they say that's the only thing that we can count on, right? Is change. So whether something's good or bad, we can count on it changing. And change is an action word. So to be in action, to be in change. So take all of those qualities that you profess of love and enlightenment and just light and love and all those things, be that in action. So that means for me, it means in alignment with integrity, right? So being that, walking the talk, standing up for those who are disadvantaged. I've been disadvantaged in my childhood quite a bit, differently than people of color, differently than people with different gender identifications, etc., etc. I don't claim to know exactly what everyone else experiences, but I know I have experienced a lot. And my purpose here is to, and my goal is to always be the change, to always try to lift those up around me. So being the change, be that example, stand up, be that love that you profess. And for me, in action, that is, again, standing up for those around me who don't have a voice, or giving a lift up, that bootstrap, to someone who wasn't given bootstraps. So in this world, no matter who ends up being elected our next president, I feel like we have really let each other down. We've let ourselves down. And I know I posted this in other posts, but I am just professing that, I'm taking the pledge to be the change. And I'm just offering it up to you just to think about it, what that might mean for you, what that might look like for you. Maybe you're already doing everything that you feel you can do in that. And maybe you feel like there's something else you can do. And I know for me, I stepped back for a minute because I needed to for self-care. And other people were taking the charge, and thank you for that. And now I'm ready to step back. So I'm here. I don't know what tomorrow's going to look like. All I know is I cannot accept complicity of silence. I cannot accept the current status quo of our society and what we've let it become. We can do better. I know we can. And you can be a part of that by being the change, by getting in touch with your personal integrity. Who are you? What do you stand for? And stand for what is right. So thank you for listening. And I don't know what the whole purpose of this vlog was, other than to spread a little bit of hope and let people know that I will be standing with them, for them, and be looking for ways in which to do that in the world much more actively, really being that change, walking that talk. Hope you join me. Feel free to leave comments, can create some dialogue, or reach out to me privately via my website. My personal contact information's there. So I'm here in Colorado Springs, but if you're somewhere else, technology is awesome, so we can connect. But I'd love to hear what you're doing and how it's showing up for you, or what you're being called to do or be as change in the world. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Light and love.